Now this looks like a job for me.
When in Rome, you act like the Romans do. Yes, that's a fact. Very beneficial, very helpful, very insightful. Yeah. This, let this be a lesson to everybody out there who believes that they could bring their customs into a different nation that you're clearly not used to or clearly refuse to do any research on and just expect for everybody else to just fall on your feet like you're royalty, like everybody's supposed to cater and service you. Piss off. Yeah, that's exactly how she was able to learn the brutal lesson. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
If Tyler wanted to use the word colored, that's good on her. Black Americans are just not going to engage with it. I have people telling me, oh, you need to educate yourself about being colored. No, you're not going to Jim Crow my black ass. She could take ass back to South Africa where they got that apartheid going on. Go back there. It's okay. Take your colonized ass back there and let them call you colored. I will never take advice from a South African. Understand this. When will people realize that black Americans, we accept a lot of people in American music because we love to see other black people do good even if they are not from this country. But the moment that you try to be funny in our face and play identity politics, we still have the key to the gate. We still have the key to the gate. We still own the keys. She tried to play identity politics. The people around her tried to play identity politics, and they lost the game. I'm sorry to tell you. People talking about something we need to educate ourselves about being called colored. Understand, you must not understand how America works, because the moment that black Americans open up that door to be called colored, guess what's coming behind there? Because you give them an inch here, they will take a mile. You're not going to Jim Crow us. No. This is why they did try to call people colored and blacks. They wanted to take the human aspect out of it. So being called people of color and black people is a very different thing. Now, if you don't stand on those values, that's okay, but we're just not going to consume your music. You do not have the privilege of having us be your fan base. It's okay. And trust me, when black Americans don't listen to it, nobody's going to listen to it. We are the trendsetters. They just steal the trends.
On point, on target, magisterial precision. Facts. We've always been the trendsetters. They just steal the trends. Facts. It's either you get in line or you get lost. Ain't no in between. We're not here to pander to you. You see, if it's one thing that we Americans are known for, we're known for putting our foot down, especially in things like this. You see, we refuse to be politically correct to our demise. Just understand that. That's never going to happen. We take the initiative. We don't take orders. It's either you get in line or you get lost. You see, and that's that thing that we have with Tyla and people like her. You see, Tyla's that typical example of an overly ego-driven African girl with no cultural appreciation traits. Sort of like my experience back in school when I was in AUN, right? There were these two girls, right? These two South African girls, right? One named Mbali and the other one named Kiboni, right? So meeting me and knowing who I am, right? They know I'm a chill dude. They know I'm a laid back type of individual and stuff like that. But a lot of these broads, you see, they run around with the herd mentality. It's like they were looking for every reason in the world to have a problem with me. Why? Because I have dash American as my moniker. You see, it doesn't matter. But as long as you have American, so you could be Indian American, could be Jamaican American, you could be Haitian American, you could be Nigerian American, you could be Brazilian American, you could be, as long as you have that American attached to your identity, they're gonna have an issue. So one time they were like, "Oh, you Americans, You people feel like you know everything. You black Americans, you act like you're bigger than everyone else in this and that. So I asked them, oh, so there is some sort of beef or some sort of rivalry between South Africans and black Americans. Can you tell me where the root of all this started? They said, we don't know. I asked them, so why are you talking? Why are you running your mouth? Why do you have something to say about something that you have absolutely no knowledge about? And that's exactly why Tyla got herself in the same nonsense that she got herself into. Yeah, not knowing anything, you just want to do anything and everything and expect everyone to just fall at your feet. Kindness has a limit. Kindness has a limit. And hold up. There's more to this.
We all know why Tyla's EP flopped. She came to America trying to brand herself as the next Beyonce, the next Rihanna, while in the same breath saying that she does not identify as a black woman. And South African people ate us up, saying that we do not understand South African history where apartheid just ended in the 1990s. I feel like there's just a lack of respect, and a lot of these brands think that black Americans are so stupid that someone can sit in our face and tell us like they don't identify with us, but yet we're supposed to give our money to them and support them. I feel like she's gonna try to have a rebrand soon, and her team's gonna like scramble to try to either rebrand her as like a pop star maybe and less of R&B, or try to come back and act like she's so racially like competent now and like she's ready to be embraced by black culture. Either way it goes, like when she first came out, she gave me a bad taste, so I don't think that I could support her.
Same here. I don't think I could support an individual who feels so entitled and feels so proud talking about, ooh, I'm not black. I'm colored. Like, was that necessary? Hmm? Was that, that had no, this is all a result of not wanting to know anything about the country that you're definitely trying to settle down and find your footing on. It's just plain, flat out stupidity. Yeah. And I heard she tried to, clarify by saying that black, colored, we use the word colored in South Africa and this and that. Look, it ain't the same thing as pants versus trousers, rubbish versus trash, trash can versus dustbin. It's not the same thing, okay? You not wanting to know the history of the target market that's definitely supporting you, expecting everybody to just fall to her feet. Yeah, that's just blood clot stupidity. It's idiocy. You know what I mean? I remember when I went to Brazil. When I went there, I didn't expect anyone to just fall flat on my feet and just start worshiping me. No, I didn't carry myself as a gringo when I went to Brazil. As a matter of fact, before I got to Brazil, I had to learn the language. That's what I did. Not learning the language or the basics and, understanding the do's and don'ts. You're basically telling the locals, look, I'm going to stay in my bubble. This is how I'm going to carry myself. So it's either y'all fall in line or we going to have a problem. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? I'm not loved by the Brasileiros and the Brasileiras because I carried myself as a gringo. No, I carried myself as a typical Brasileiro. When I was speaking Portuguese, they were looking at me like they knew I was a gringo. They knew I was from the United States, but a lot of them were like, hold up, is this guy really American? How did he learn how to speak this much Portuguese? That shows respect. That's cultural appreciation. Unfortunately, she doesn't, you know? The same thing goes with a whole lot of African nations out there. In Nigeria, for example, they call you It like even if you're a Nigerian American, they still have this slur, this derogatory name for you. They call you anakata. You get what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, kindness has a limit. You don't see people like J. Cole, Drake, Kevin Michael, Logic, Absol, or even Red Foo from LMFAO coming out talking about, oh, I'm not black, I'm colored. What makes you the exception? Now let's listen to some dodo over here trying to defend and endorse her blood clot stupidity.
You guys don't really have a real problem with Tyla. Y'all just hate the simple fact that she's an African. She loves the fact that she's an African, and she's not denouncing her Africanness in order to fit in with you guys. Because what we often see, especially as Africans, is whenever our artists are trying to break into the American bubble, they'll come up with this fake American accent, they'll come up with this fake abroad personality that they've never had just to try and fit in. And they really do suck Americans' asses just to really get in the line to be able to buy bread.
You see, that's that virtue signaling BS that we get from a lot of individuals from Africa, bruh. Like, this is that whole victim blaming, oh, you hate me because I'm African. First off, who cares if you're African? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Who cares if you're African? And talking about, oh, they go to America to go, to suck off the United States of America. To say, oh, well, America is the best for a reason. America's number one. America is the place to be. So in order for you to get what you want, you got to do what's required. Yeah. If y'all are all that in a bag of chips, why don't you empower y'all's artists? Why don't y'all empower y'all's artists? Why don't you get your own bread? Why do you have to come here? You don't have to be here. If you don't want to be the United States of America, get gone. Why aren't y'all supporting Tyla's music? South Africa? Yeah, this is for you. Why aren't y'all supporting her music? You think you can just do whatever you want, come to our nation, take our money and dip, and then still talk nonsense about us. Yeah, biting the hand that feeds y'all, it comes with consequences, whether you want to believe it or not. Oh yeah, and don't nobody give a crap about y'all being South Africans. There are other nations in the world with people with, I'm talking, irrefutable talent. They're individuals from the island of Dominica, the island of Cuba, the island of Jamaica. You know what I mean? There are individuals globally, worldwide. Rapper, singer, rappers in France, rappers in England, rappers in Germany. There are individuals who are like far better than y'all. So don't come waving y'all's identity in our face talking about, oh, you hate us because of this. Well, the reason why you're here is because of who we are, the United States of America. Better put some respect on our name.
But Tyla is not doing that. She came out and she said, I'm South African and I'm colored. Y'all gonna have to deal with it. And she didn't even put it in those terms. She didn't even say it like that. She was actually being very nice. If I was her, I would have been like, I'm African and what? Suck my ass. Because it don't make no sense that you guys want someone to change the way they've identified themselves with for their whole lives just to fit in with you guys. That don't make no sense. Because when we Africans tell y'all that, oh, the African and African American is not by decoration, y'all Africans too, y'all want to say, I'm not from Africa. I'm not from Africa. I don't know what country in Africa I'm from, so I'm not African. I'm just black. See how y'all don't like when someone tells you to identify with something that you have no idea what that is? Why y'all trying to do the same thing to this girl? Ever since she's put it out there, yeah, stop liking her. Because before that, it was, oh, she should come to America. She should make pop. She should call up with so-and-so. Now that she's not willing to negate who she is just to fit in with y'all don't like her no more? Oh, okay. And I hope she continues to remain an uppity African. I hope she never stops being an uppity African. Because me personally, I'm an uppity African. Bitch, be mad about that. Like what? Y'all are uppity Americans. Nobody says shit about that. The fuck?
Y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all talk a lot of crap about the United States of America. Whether y'all home or abroad. Okay? The moment you see an uppity American, first thing that comes to mind is, oh, wow, who does he think he is? Or who does she think she is? Because she's from America. And so, you people think you know it all and this and that. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to give you grace for being an uppity African, especially when you want to weaponize that as a source of sympathy in order for you to gain points? Oh, please. Oh, please. I spit in your blood clot face. Helico pum pum eat got them.
Make me sweat, make me holler, make me lose black people's dollars.
Thank you.
Tyla is a narcissist. Let's stop listen, call it for what it is stop dancing around the real topic. It is narcissism. She's a narcissist like so many African American black women in here in the US that hate themselves. Dark-skinned black women bullying light-skinned black women, or light-skinned black women bullying dark-skinned black women. It's narcissism, y'all. So she got her ass handed to her because she thought she was better than. She didn't even acknowledge the black community when she came over here. So she got humbled. She got humbled real quick, and that's why her album motherfucking flopped.
Now y'all know what it's like whenever the shoe's on the other foot. Take this as a cautionary tale. Let this be a lesson. When in Rome, it's wise to act like the Romans. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.